Hi, sunshine. I so love catching up like this. I learned when I organised my life around seeking the face of God and simply doing what is on His agenda for the day, life and all its complexities got so much easier. Have you ever felt scattered, as if there is too much on your plate to manage, or it's too hard to keep your eye on the ball when you're trying to juggle things? As if there is not enough fingers for too many pies? Any of those things we trot out to try and explain that we're very busy and feeling overwhelmed. Maybe even not so busy, but still feeling overwhelmed. When my brain and heart get separated from the Spirit of God within me, all kinds of feelings can rise which create a mist in front of the reality of the presence of God and the truth about whatever situation I'm actually in. It can mean I miss the real work that's happening, or can be tempted to speak falsely about the situation, the people, or God, to myself at least, even if I don't say those things out loud to other people. This issue has been a fun one for me over the last years, learning how to not use my brain and my ability to manage things, but instead having to learn a new way, including the process of renewing my mind, and also having to recognise that if I tried in any way to rely on my brain and ability, I would end up in a heap, without warning and without dignity, in any possible combination of situations, public or private. Praise God, He's teaching me His brain and His way of thinking. One of the biggest lessons I have learned has been how much different life is when I concentrate on Jesus first. Literally, quite seriously. It is written, "But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. Post-brain injury, I knew that it was sink or swim, and that if it was left up to me, I was just going to sink into the blackness and disappear. My focus from the beginning was on cultivating intimacy with God. I had to spend many years relearning how to be coordinated, recreating neural pathways, learning how to manage days when the choice was either shower or eat, because I wasn't physically capable of doing both. I had to relearn how to be presentable in public, how to conserve energy so that I could give my best in the times I needed to be with people, and a host of other either or choices. So everything became Jesus, night and day, waking and sleeping, pain and relief. Everything I did was focused on worship. I made the biggest worship playlist I could, and I have made it bigger over time. I played it on repeat and random day and night. I put it on my phone so that it was available to me when I had to go out. Over the years, He's added things to the list of stuff for me to relearn and manage. At first it was simple things, and then they became more complex. Although I don't think that I'm ever going to be a workaholic, multitasking overachiever again somehow. The key to it all has been where my focus is. If my focus is on the face of God, then whatever comes toward me gets dealt with a minimum of effort, in ease and with clarity. There is greater ability to discern what is important in the moment and whether I need to say yes or no, and can shrug unimportant or unnecessary things off without guilt. If my focus has slipped, then I notice the difference immediately. I become fatigued quickly. When I need to make either or decisions, I become fractious and unsettled, and guilt, blame, and excuses begin. If I allow it to continue, then my emotional health begins to decline and an unhelpful thought patterns creep in. I have noticed that when I'm in that place of absolute reliance, surrender, and focus, life, the universe, and everything is lubricated in a way that it definitely isn't when my focus, surrender, and reliance slips. There's nothing about this single-minded pursuit of God which ignores or removes the issues I have to deal with every day. I don't know what you have found, but walking the narrow way doesn't stop life from happening to us or around us. It doesn't stop us from carrying responsibility for our choices, past, present, or future. We cannot empty our minds and forget that we have bills or families, or that we have responsibilities or experience consequences. Jesus never did say that he had come to make everything perfect, only that he had overcome the darkness so we could also overcome it with him. It is written, "I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." John 16:33. I still spend days in the literal dark, and I have to choose what is important on a list that sometimes has very few things on it. I'm still learning how to manage each new responsibility which he adds to my list, and I still have to be careful not to look back at what I used to be able to do and either lament the past or overshoot my current ability. I have learned for real that God does not care how much we can do. What he wants is to be important to us. So important that we would drop our nets or our housework or our lunch if he walked by. That he has become so important to us that we wake ourselves up because we are talking to him in our sleep. So important that we have practiced the presence of God until we literally feel his presence around us at all times and know the split second we've lost our focus on him. I think you might be surprised how focused he actually is on you, who you are, what he has for you, what he wants to show you, what he wants to give you, to be to you and through you. I don't know that I'm ever going to get over it, and I don't know that I want to. I'd love to hear what he's saying to you about this. Leave me a comment. Let's share this stuff together. God bless you very much. I'll see you again soon. Hello there. If you're enjoying or appreciating these videos, leave me a comment and a share and subscribe. Those small things really help the word get out to others who might need to hear what we're talking about together here. Click the buttons, click the bells, tell your friends, let me know. Love you all. Catch you again soon. Bye.